Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Speaks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving live replays for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have picks right here from Major League Baseball, 15-game card, winding down the season. Less than 3 weeks remaining here in the Major League Baseball regular season. WNBA, just a couple days left there as well, as we're getting ready for the playoffs there soon. And, of course, at the end of the show, we'll have our Parlay Purple segment where our cappers give it a parlay, play our prop, game of the future. They'll make the call there. First thing we do, meet the cappers and get right to the picks because we don't mess around here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much. Hey, we still got some playoff implications in that WNBA. The Mercury didn't eliminate the Sparks. Sparks are hanging around. Hanging around. But I think the Fever getting a win. I think that pretty much locked it up. But the Aces continue to win. Watch out. Watch out for the sleeper team. We hadn't heard about them all year, and they just continue to roll and won by 20 plus again. Asia Wilson just rolling along for the Aces. I don't know. I think they could just storm right back in and grab it back and be like, that's mine. Give me my championship back. Should be a good playoffs there. We see some good baseball yesterday. Hit the play of the day with the Phillies on the run line. 2-2 day, little winning day. That's why you grab some dogs so that you can, even on a 2-2 day, you still stay in the green with a little bit of plus money by grabbing those dogs. So
very good, very good, very good there. Very good to see someone still following Ron. You guys, come on, give him a break. Read his comments if you would. All right, let's say hello here to Sean. Sean, what's happening?
Yeah, I actually blocked Ron just now because I didn't want to talk about the Tigers winning last night against the Yankees.
That's the problem, and he thinks I'm doing it. He thinks I'm doing it. He goes, "Why are you blocking me from?" I guess they're doing it, not me.
I'm a little annoyed at the Tigers. Actually pulled one out last night. I had the Yankees run line and the over there. I had the Angels over too as well, but whatever. 2-1 night there on the picks and end of show picks. You're welcome. 3-0 sweep there. Yankee over, Reds plus 165, and the Cubbies. And now I'm kicking myself because the Lindor Sotos. I said, you know what? Maybe you lay away from them today. Of course, Soto gets a stolen base at plus 550 last night, but now I can't even use them anymore because I skipped it for a day. I can't even come back on them today. And the odds are 600 on Lindor and 550 again on Soto. Oh my goodness!
Wow. Rough there.
Stolen bases. Unbelievable. They got the Mets are down whatever, 5-0, 2 outs. The guy stealing third base, down 5-0 in the game with 2 outs. Like Soto. Holy cow.
I don't know if you saw that video from Ron Turturro, that actor who was watching the Yankee game at a Costco and just lost it on video. It was funny.
That's Nick Turturro, right?
Yeah, Nick Turturro. Yeah, that's a funny one. I'm at a Costco watching this, and he just went off, and it was funny. Let's say hello to Alninos. What's happening?
Yeah, I believe 3-0 on the end of the show picks as well here. So 2 out of the last 3 days have been 3-0 there. Yeah, 3-3 for me. Had 2 plus money dogs on there, so unfortunately none of those came through for me on the premium side. So 3-3, and lost a tiny bit of juice there on that one loss that I laid a bit of juice on. But hey, starting to turn things around, and hopefully have a winning day today.
Yeah, might turn it around yesterday. 2-0 yesterday for me. On my premiums, I had the Guardians again. Casey just can't win a division game on the road, and the Phillies get it done. That was the kind of the fishy line of the day. I thought was that Phillies line, but with Manaea on the mound. But we got it done. So let's get to it, guys. Baseball here, winding down the regular season. Let's take a look at some of the changes we see here. Peyton Toll will get the start for Boston, taking on Mason Barnett as they're in the shelter here in a day game today. Boston and Athletics. Carson Seymour gets another start for San Francisco, hosting Arizona and Eduardo Rodriguez. What else do we have? They're going to let Taj Bradley pitch again. Wow. Okay. He's with Minnesota at the Angels there. Tyler Wells gets another start coming back from injury, hosting Pittsburgh and Skeens. And, of course, this is the game that's been changing throughout the day yesterday, and it looks like we're finally settled on Luwinder Avila will be the primary pitcher here, the bulk pitcher. Casey to use an opener today against Cleveland. Avila coming back from the minors here in this spot, facing Logan Allen and Cleveland. Let's see if there's any other changes. Looks like Yuri Perez will finally go today We didn't know when he was going. I saw him penciled in Monday, Tuesday. No, it'll be Wednesday for Yuri Perez, who's been tailing off of late. Let's tell you what else we have here. Any other changes there? Looks like Jose Barrios will go today. They were kind of I thought he'd go yesterday. No, he's going to go today. So Barrios today for Toronto against Jason Alexander facing Houston. And what else do we have here? Any changes? All right, we got Joe Rock going to be the bulk pitcher today for Tampa Bay as they're facing the White Sox. We weren't sure who they were going to use, but they're going to settle here on Rock as a primary and then an opener for Tampa Bay against Sean Burke there in that one. And let's see what else we have. Well, it looks like Blake Snell will go today. We thought he might have went yesterday. Blake Snell today for the Dodgers, hosting Kyle Freeland and the Rockies. There you're all caught up with all the pitching changes there. So let's get to the games here for today. Got Brewers and Rangers here. We see the early start. We've got the Brewers $1.27, total 7.5. And then a lot of late game afternoon ones here. Boston and Athletics. We've got the Red Sox $1.32, total 10.5. D-backs and Giants. The Giants $1.25, total 8.5. Twins and Angels. Angels $1.37, total of 9. Pirates and Orioles. We have the Pirates here $1.58. The under's totally juiced here to 7.5. This may hit 7 at any minute here. So there you go with the first block. We start here with Rod.
Yeah, for me in this block, give me the under with that 7.5. Jump it, grab it now before it hits 7. With Skeens on the bump, I think Tyler Wells makes this. He had a pretty good first start back. Hit a little bumps in the road, but hey, first start back, only giving up a few. Not a horrible start. I think he improves. I like the under 7.5 there. Pirates, Baltimore, and then give me the over Arizona and San Francisco. And we've seen 5-3 yesterday, and just went over because I think it was that. No, it was at 8.5. So it just snuck under. I think it was at 8.5 yesterday, wasn't it? Or did they make that thing 7.5? Either way, I think it was like right close to the number. Not today. Today we'll get way over that. I think we get to double digits. We'll see more on the bump going for the Giants, and hey, he's good to give up a few. Rodriguez is good to give up a few. Give it to him. He's pitched well his last couple starts. But he doesn't put 3 great starts together. He only does 2, and after he does 2, he just implodes. So expect Rodriguez to give up a bunch of runs to this Giants offense that's starting to click. And it opened at 8, and it's up to 8.5. That's all I need to know. Give me the over, Arizona, San Francisco.
And it was 7.5 yesterday. So yeah, that just snuck over yesterday.
Just snuck over. Yeah, I thought it was 7.5.
7.5. Yep, the Red Giants game starting to go over now, putting some runs up. Over to Sean.
Making fun of my shirts. I got 2 black shirts, 2 white shirts. This blue guy. Actually, I got a black and white mixed one. That's like my Tony Soprano zip up. Yeah, that's not much of a wardrobe hound. All right, let's get started on these bad boys here. I kind of like the Rangers here early. Kelly's got some success versus the Brewers here, being an NL kind of guy. I know Peralta's been great. I know they want to give Skeens the Cy Young, but can we give it to a guy who actually wins? I mean, Paul Skeens, you're Melito Perez on the 92 Yanks going 8-15 or whatever he went, 12-13 on the team. Steve Carlton won 27 games on a team that won 59 freaking games. Paul Skeens, you're terrible. You're come on. I don't want to hear no run support. Team won 59 games, the guy won 27. You are Melito Perez. There you go.
Oh,
there you go. Go at it. Go at it in the comment section. People say I talk too much. I'll say you're Melito Perez, 1992 Yanks. Look it up. I think it was 12-14 with a 2.89 ERA. It's freaking. Give me the Orioles. I mean, how many wins did the Pirates have on the road? I think they're like the second worst win team on the road. They're terrible. Give me Wells. Give me Wells here in the O's at home. We'll kick it back to the 3:30 area. Got to go to the D-backs Giants over. I mean, the bullpens are bad. The Giants decide, hey, look at this. It's September. Might as well make our fans think we're good enough not to do anything. And then when
what happens in September? The contract pressure hits.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because when it's going to be winter meetings, we'll be like, you know what? Wow, if we would have won a couple games in May, we would have snuck into the playoffs. We don't have to do much. We just got to tweak instead of doing something. Oh, Mr. Weskers, come on. Steve Carlton would crush today's pitchers. Yes, wins. Wins always matter. That's the problem. Wins don't matter. Well, how the hell? Tell that to the teams that aren't making the playoffs who don't have wins if wins don't matter.
You mentioned talking about the pitchers.
Yeah, I would
It's
say
all
wins
about
don't
the
matter,
war.
but it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't say that much about a pitcher. I mean, you could have a great starter on a crap team, and he's not gonna have a good record. But I think that's what he was trying to say.
Think about go back to like the Yankee teams from the late '90s when they were really good. How many? What's his name? Pettit would be like
Pettit.
14-10 for them. They won 120 some of the games. They had, Wells was 18-8. New Orleans won like 30 games. Wins are a good pitcher wins a game because that means you're going 7 innings and not giving up runs. That's a good pitcher to me. That's what a pitcher means. You should get wins.
Yeah, the last
Be in
pitcher,
position for a win.
Yeah,
These guys aren't even in positions for wins because they pitched 5 innings.
Yeah, and they're the last pitcher to try to take a stand for starting pitching to go deep was Carlos Zambrano when he used to argue with Dusty Baker, and that was it. That was it. That was the last stand. Once he caved in, that was the end of it.
2 complete games this year. Nick Lodolo, Framber Valdez.
Wow.
That's your list. That's your list.
Yamamoto went 8.2 and 2/3 the other day.
Yamamoto didn't count though. It doesn't count. You got to cross the finish line. He didn't cross the finish line. There you go.
That's your list.
Yo,
Paul Skeens. I mean, nothing. Skeens got. Hold on. Skeens has a complete game this year. Oh, he's got one. That's how good he is. One
He's
complete
been going
game.
6 though, almost 7.
6, a whole 6 innings.
Yeah.
Make sure you give him his participation trophy out.
No, it's because the manager. It's an interim manager, so he needs his job next year. So they got to keep him. They got to keep him in there.
He needs his job.
He needs
Let's
his job.
60 games.
Yeah, he needs his job. The interim manager's he needs his job. On over to Alnitos.
So in 2025, wins mean nothing for pitchers. Right? That's what it is. That's what Mr. Westwood was talking about. Wins don't mean nothing anymore. Not in the new baseball. Wins mean diddly do.
But
we don't see any
Razo,
pitchers
it should, because how many teams have crap bullpens? So him getting a win should be important. As opposed to, we got to bring it over to the bullpen.
Yeah.
The bullpen, your bullpen sucks.
Well, yeah, because
The bullpen sucks.
you work these young guys with arms that can pitch at 100, and they can't go more than 4 because you overwork them.
Yep.
You throw them in there. Look at this Noah Cameron, man. They pulled him down and put him on the shelf for the year, and they called him back up and shoved him back in there when he should have been resting in his first year.
That's a whole.
So they overworked
that's
the
a
young
whole
guys,
other.
and then next thing you know, they're all rolling along. So these guys don't go 5 innings at all. Why? Because they can't. They cannot.
That's a whole
go
different
5
discussion,
innings.
Rod,
Yeah.
because they have these kids in AAU and high school and college. Like, you just want them to throw hard. Just throw hard as you can.
And yeah,
And you're shocked that their arms break out. I mean, like, come on.
But remember when we were growing up, Sean, people were complaining about kids throwing curveballs too young. That was
That's not going to get you anywhere. Stop throwing that curveball. Throw a fastball.
You're gonna
You all
scoop
want
her
the
out.
high heat. Get that heat. Did you see that guy that struck out at the thing going about 30 miles an hour with like little lob? He was like,
little
lob. I just saw. I think it was Dave LaRoche on the Yankees strike out Gorman Thomas in like 1982 on the Ephus pitch. He threw one of those high lofting.
Yeah.
Just like you throw to your friend in softball or baseball, kind of like one of these. Yeah. And it was straight out of a cartoon. He like spun around at the plate and struck out on it.
Yeah.
Like,
have a look. Kurtz did it today on this year on the Athletics. He did the same thing. Somebody tossed him the same little lobber pitch, and he was like, "Here it comes!" Yeah. And it was like, "Wow!" And he went right through it so hard that it was like you almost did the whole spin around thing. It was like, "Wow!"
Great. Sorry to cut Al off there. No. Sorry, Al. Go ahead.
No.
I don't know.
Where were we? Yeah, I like some totals. Yeah, no. I like some totals here. I think. I agree. I think we see a lower scoring one there. Even at 7, if you don't want to lay any juice, I don't mind it in the Pirates-Orioles game there. We've just been talking about schemes for about half an hour. And, Wells not a terrible pitcher himself, so I think he can do pretty well against these Pirates and keep this to a lower scoring game. As I was saying, Skeens goes a full 6 innings here. But I like the over in the Bradley and Soriano matchup there on the Twins-Angels game. Over 9. I think we get into double digits again here. And, yeah, Diamondbacks, Giants, not quite the pitchers duo we had lined up for us yesterday. I like the over and a half in that one. I'm going to lean to the Red Sox here. I think Toll is the guy with more potential than Barnett. I know they're both off to rough starts here. We could see some more runs in this one. 10.5. Yeah, if I had to take a pick on that one, I would go over there too. But I think the Red Sox is the stronger play here, just like Toll, better than Barnett. And I like the under there in the Brewers-Rangers game. I like, as I think Sean was talking about how good Peralta's been all year. And, Kelly right behind him there. He's been pretty sharp, especially coming into this matchup. So I like the under 7.5 in that one.
There from El Nino. See, I agree with that under there. Texas 34-16 to the under at home against righty starters. You got two starters in very good form in Merrill Kelly and in Peralta. Past 6 games, Rangers hitting $1.98, so I'll go under in that one. What else we're looking at here in this one? I'll take San Francisco. I like the way the Giants are playing right now. Arizona here, 11-21 on the road when line between and these coin flip prices, 125 and minus 125, losing 10 units. Their pitching's getting hit here. I'm a fan of their bullpen there, so I'll look at the Giants in that spot. I agree with the under there in the Pirates and Orioles. Pirates just hitting 217 on the road. Baltimore's bullpen, believe it or not, in pretty good form over their past 27 games, ERA at 3.33. And Baltimore, as a dog here, this year, 17-4 to the under at home. So I'll look at the under in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show. The middle block will be Nationals and Marlins here. We've got the Marlins here, $1.62, total 8.5. Royals and Guardians. It's the Royals. We're seeing the Royals favored now in some places, $1.12. We're seeing $1.05 on both sides there. Total sits at 8. We go to Mets and Phillies. Phillies at $1.72, total 7.5. Tigers and the Yankees. It's the Yankees, $1.60, total 8.5. Astros and Blue Jays, a big ninth inning comeback for those Blue Jays yesterday. Wow, that was something. And those poor Yankee fans had to see the score right in front of their eyes at Yankee Stadium. That happened. That did not make the Yankees happy there. And there, more salt in the wound there with that ninth inning comeback. Toronto, $1.42. Total sits here at 9. We go on over to Rod.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under there in the Astros and Blue Jays game. Kind of feeling like a playoff game. Blue Jays did come back, win it 4-3 in that one. So it's kind of what you're feeling there in that game one. So I think that type of atmosphere continues. Give me the under 9 Astros and the Blue Jays. I think with Flaherty on the bump for the Tigers, I think you just go right back to the over there. It might come late, but I think we see plenty of offense there to get us up and over that total of 8. Rodon on the bump. I think you can give up some offense to the Tigers as well and get us up and over that total. And then it don't matter who's playing Kansas City and Cleveland. I'll just take the under again there. Royals 8-2 to the under last 10 games. Their offense hasn't been the greatest. Guardians, hey, it was a 2-0 win yesterday. Expect the same type of game. Give me the under 8. Kansas City and Cleveland. I do expect to see someone hit something in the first inning, though, to continue the streak of 4 straight Yerfies head-to-head between Kansas City and Cleveland. Even with the 2-0 game, we seen a run in the first inning yesterday. I think that continues as well. Grab the Yerfie, Kansas City and Cleveland.
There you go. The word I was using for the Yankee fans was tortured. Being tortured there watching Toronto come back there. Seeing that score. Over to Sean.
We'll start with the Royals Guardians. I mean, Boland's what's he gonna go, an inning here? Why not? Why not get an early run off a guy who's just gonna come in for an inning, right? I mean, Royals 3 in a row, and yet look at this line. Well, it's a pick. You said they were a favorite. I see them as a dog now. Small. Well, yeah. minus 105. Minus 105. So
yeah.
Didn't Perez get looked at? They checked after him on his last start. That'd have to be an over. The way those, I mean, yesterday was an over. I'd say today an over as well.
Yeah, Yuri Perez.
These are just young guys. Hey, let's hit bad pitching. It's 8-6 in the 4th inning. There, go over that total. Mets Phillies. I want to fade Holmes. I've been saying this for the last month with him. Just because he's doubled his innings. This is where guys are going to tire out. So. Yeah, give me a Philly here, but again, do I want only 170? It had to be a run line. I can't get into telling you to take big numbers like that. Over again here in Detroit and New York. Boy, Flannery. It's September 10th. Is he going to show up and be a good pitcher yet this year? I don't know. You got to go over. maybe Yankees first 5 there. You know, Rodon's he's been consistent. His numbers are like the same all over the place. He's good, 6 innings, 7 Ks, like maybe 3 runs. Maybe first 5, save yourself a couple bucks there. And the last one here with the Jays and the Stros, give me an over. Give me an over there. I think we see some runs today with Barrios and Alexander.
There you go. From Sean, move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I'm actually I heard you mentioned that pitch and change there for the Marlins. Perez was listed yesterday, which unfortunately kept me off the Nationals for that doggy video, which and then I saw this change. I'm like, man, I should have had the Nationals on there. But yeah, anyways, I think Perez has been struggling, so you could definitely look at the over in this one. Again, we talked about the Nationals bullpen a bunch on the show, so that's still the worst bullpen in the league there. And yeah, if Perez struggles again, definitely like this over. I think the Marlins can get to Irvin as well there. But if I were to pick a side here, I'd have to go Marlins -1. I have to think that Perez can figure things out. I think he's the better starter here, the much more talented starter. And if I had to pick a side, I'd go Marlins -1 there, but I like the over in that one. And I like the Phillies here -1. Again, Sanchez just the better starter here. The Phillies been playing some slightly better baseball lately than the Mets have. I like the Yankees -1 this one. Rodon's been great coming into this one. I think he hasn't given up more than 2 earned runs since August 1st, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember that one correctly. So I like the Yankees -1 there. And I actually like the over in the Astros-Blue Jays game. I think at least one of these starters can get rocked. And I think we can see some runs late too, so I'll take the over 9 in that one. That's the last one this block, isn't it?
Yeah. Last one in this block. All right, I'll continue here. I'll tell you what I like here. I'm going to come back with Cleveland. Cleveland's hitting the ball well over their past 6, 273. I don't want anything to do with the Royals in divisional games on the road. They stink. Where are they now? 8-16, losing 8 units. Cleveland is a home favorite of -110 or higher, 25-15, returning 4.5 units. I'll take Cleveland in that spot. Washington Nationals and Miami just give me the plus, and that's the Nationals for the plus price right now. Miami is a bad atmosphere at night games over there, 14-26 in their home night games. No one shows up to the games. Bad atmosphere. Losing 12 units in their home night games. I'll take Washington here in that spot. And give me that's a big nut. Give me the Mighty Mets here at that plus price. I just can't count myself. New York the Mets are hitting 296 over their past 28. And Holmes in his 14 road games, an ERA of 3.39. Philly at this price range, 15-11, winning record, but losing return here, -2.5 units in this price range. So I'll take the Mets in that spot. And give me I'm going to be the anti New York guy today. Give me Detroit at that plus price again. Just too much value there. New York hitting just 222 over their past 6. Detroit bullpen probably see a lot of work today, but I'm okay with that. Past 27 games, ERA of 3.21. The Yankees pen over that period of time, ERA of 4.40 over their past 26. Detroit, 28-20 on the road against these AL teams with an on-base percentage of 330 or lower, returning 4.5 units. And against these good teams, Yankees 8-10 at home, facing teams with a 540 to 620 win percentage, losing 6 units. I got to take Detroit with that plus money in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show, closing out baseball with these final 5. Cubs and Braves. The Braves, $1.81 here, total of 8. Rays and White, that's a dead team there. The White Sox here and Tampa $1.37, total of 8. Reds and Padres, Suarez coughs it up. I'm telling you, Suarez and Munoz, man, those two guys, I don't know, sometimes they cough up leads. We got the Padres here, $1.48, total 7.5. Munoz there for Seattle. Cardinals and Mariners $2.31 here, total 7.5. And, of course, our Rockies and Dodgers again. Here's your $3 special here. Dodgers $3.45, total 8.5. We go over to Rod.
Yeah, but Freeland's on the bump, so it's 8.5 today. All right, we won't get a push. Give me the over 8.5 there, Colorado and the Dodgers. We got the push yesterday. I said we would
late home runs. The ninth inning home run. Rocky, yeah. two out, ninth inning home run by a Rocky.
That's the biggest problem. Remember, so we would have hit the under 2.5 that we were talking about yesterday with the Rockies because they didn't get the 3, and that was the biggest concern with that total. But I said that the Dodgers would do enough. Well, they just didn't quite do enough. Do enough to get us to push. I think they do the same thing here. It's probably another 7-2 game, but even 7-2 game, hey, that's all we need is a couple from the Rockies. Dodgers score 7, get us over that 8.5. And I like a pitcher's duel early. I think Abbott and Pivetta deal. So give me the under first 5. I don't want to mess with that Padres bullpen. We know they're dealing with their best guys out for the year. And we know their bullpen's in a little bit of decline after giving it up yesterday. So I lean to the Reds as well at the plus price, but I don't think the under first 5 there. And that's it for this spot. I'm not touching St. Louis.
You're not touching the Cardinals. They're not going to stay away. Stay away. There from Rod on over to Sean.
I agree with Rod on the Reds there. Lines come down about 20 cents on that game with Abbott and Pivetta there. So give me Cincy. I'm going to have to do a Brave run line there, plus the 125, minus 1.5. Talion Jameson making his return. And Sale, man. Oh, and this guy's healthy. Again, he's got to be healthy. But we're going to go, 7 today? We'll get 7 from him. 3-hit ball. And someone posted the Cubs from their home run totals, I think from July, 20th, just randomly. Tucker had 20. Suzuki had a number. Crow, Armstrong. Combined since then, they were all in the 20. They've hit 3 combined since then. I think the 3 guys have hit 3 or 4 home runs in a month and a half. They've just totally stopped hitting. So give me the run line there plus 125, and the Reds in this bracket. I mean, what are we gonna do with Colorado? You're throwing a no hitter, you still lose. I mean, they're just. As much as I'm you got to take a shot. You want to take a shot at 280. It's not even worth it. You need 480 to terrible. Terrible. Your Dodgers might actually make the playoffs, Al, so that's good for you.
They picked up another game. They picked up another game. They're 3 now ahead of Padres when you count the tiebreaker. So they're the division. Pretty soon we're going to see the magic number coming up. On over to Alninos.
Yeah, I like Sale too there. I'll go Braves -1 in that one. Again, Sale, as Sean said, has been dealing. I think he's always been the much better starter than Tyon. So, and again, like this Braves lineup better than the Cubs lineup. So I'll go Braves -1 in that one. I like the over in that Cardinals Mariners game. I just think it's a touch light. And yeah, these Gilbert capable of having a good start, but also definitely able to give up a few. So just think it's a little bit low there at 7.5. And yeah, McGreevy not exactly been excellent lately. So I think Mariners stay hot here against them. So I'll go, not saying lay any -200s here with the Mariners. I just think they score enough runs to get us over this total. And then, I like the over in the Dodgers-Rockies game as well. I think Snell been struggling a little bit coming into this one. He's given up 5 in his last one, 3 earned before that, and 2 in the one before. And he went 7 in that one, so that was a pretty good start. But has not completed 6 innings in his last 2 starts, and gave up 5 in the last one. So I think we can get over that total there in LA.
Yeah, from El Nino. So tell you what I think in this block, not many here. I'll go under here with the Reds and Padres. Abbott on the hill facing Pivetta. Pivetta, 15 home starts, ERA 2.39. And, the Reds pen has been performing well on the road. And then against these NL teams hitting 255 or lower on the road, the Reds 24-12 the under. Against lefty starters this year, San Diego 15-6 in the under. San Diego is not a home run hitting team. The power has gone out there in San Diego. And in this series, I think Cincinnati is, by margin, out-homering the Padres in that series. The power is out in San Diego right now. I like the under in that one. That's not the only one I'll touch there in that late slot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show. We got a single here from the ladies, and tomorrow is the last day, by the way, for the regular season, if I'm not mistaken, here from the W. We got a single for tonight, and we got the Dream and the Sun here. The Dream on the road, 13.5 total, 158.5 to Rod.
Yeah, easy pick. People are betting the Sun only because they've seen what the Sun have been doing over the last couple of games, keeping things close, making things tight. But this is one of those games that the Atlanta Dream are like, you're not getting that second seed, no chance. I'm going to hammer it down and win this game. and lock up that second seed, because if the Dream win this game tonight, they lock up that second seed and make Vegas sit in that third spot. So Vegas has one more game and they have to play tomorrow. So if the Dream lose this one by chance, then that opens the door for the Aces to come roaring in and get the job done. But that's not happening here. The Dream team are going to come rolling and win by 20 plus and whoop it up on the Sun. Lay it with the Dream. You have to lay less. It was open 13.5. It's down to 13. People are coming in on the Sun. Wrong way to go there. Take the Dream. They win by 20 plus.
There from Rod. All right, we got you through our sports coverage. Tomorrow NFL comes back. College football. We got our Thursday night game as well. And, of course, so your baseball and the final day of the regular season from the W. But now it's time for our parlay and purple segment, where our cappers give out a parlay, give out a team player prop, game of the future. They make the call here. We start with Rod.
End of show picks. 2-1 yesterday. The White Sox did us dirty. Damn White Sox. They came roaring back, and then they just gave up that home run at the top of the half there to bust up the parlay, as they say. But today, we'll go right back. Give me the Phillies. Love the Phillies here with Sanchez on the bump. You got to take the Braves on the run line with Sale. It's Sale's third start back. His first two have been absolutely money. I love jumping on a guy that's making his third start back. So give me the Braves on the run line there, and then throw a. Normally I fade this guy, but he's on win one every 4-game streak. His good old Flaherty for Detroit. And as a Blue Jays fan over here, I'm going, I'd love to see Flaherty in Detroit get that win and beat up the Yankees again. But if you look, Flaherty's been on a 4-game streak where he loses 3, looks like crap. And then that fourth one, he wins and deals. So you look, he loses 3, faces the Blue Jays, deals, gets themselves the W, gives up no earned runs. Loses 3, faces the Astros, deals, gives up no earned runs, gets himself a W. He's lost the last 3. He's good for a W here in this one. Take Detroit, throw that into the parlay. Detroit, Phillies, and the Braves.
From Rod on over to Sean.
All right, 3-0 sweep yesterday at the end there with our MLB sides in total. 79-61 plus $2,425. But I'm going back to the stolen bases today. I got one. I've been saying this for like 3 weeks now about MLB. I've been picking and choosing. It's been fine. I got one game I bet today, but we'll go back to the stolen base props. 34-47 plus 2,145. There we go. Lindor 6-1. Soto plus 550. They went 1-1 yesterday. I didn't put in the chat like a Momo, but we still went 3-0. But I can't mix and match. I keep the props are separate. College basketball separate. Baseball, they're all separated. College football, we'll do that for the weekend. I'll do that probably for tomorrow Thursday. I don't even know what day.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
We'll put up some college football for tomorrow. Which, as much as I win all over the place, the free picks for college football, I am 3-4 minus 140. So there's that.
There you go. Here from Sean. We move on over to El Nino's.
Yeah, I believe we hit all 3 overs yesterday. I think I'm just going to stick to 2 today. I like the most are the Twins, Angels over the 9, and the Nationals, Marlins over the 8.5.
From El Nino, so I'll give you my 3-teamer here. I like the Giants with the Blue Jays and the under in the Reds and the Padres. All right, we got you through our Parlay Purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks, heading into a big week of action, right? We got baseball today, but tomorrow the NFL and college football comes back. And, of course, when you head on over to our site at Tony'sPicks.com, you will find our best bets, premium plays, and leaderboards showcasing our records about our best bets as well, premium plays. Let's see what Rod has for sale right now over at Tony's Picks for this Wednesday. Rod, what you got going?
And for me over at Tony's Picks today, hey, my play of the day, looking to make it 3 straight in the MLB with my play of the day there. So that's what I got. Scoop that thing up. It's solo there for you to grab. So another plus money winner for us today. We crushed it with the Phillies on the run line yesterday. A nice plus money winner. So that's what I got. Grab my MLB play of the day. Like slate for me. I might look into some numbers and lines here, and we see who's starting. And there's some question marks on who was going in some of these games, but I'll probably have a couple more thrown in there. So jump aboard long term, 10 minutes to 2 hours before tip off, hit that first pitch. Puck drop, you name it. If you're aboard long-term here at Tony's Picks, you'll get that play emailed directly to you when we put it in 10 minutes to 2 hours before the game starts. Can't go wrong with that when you get that exclusive service getting your plays emailed to you when a capper puts it in when you jump aboard long term. Plenty of different options to go long term pass wise. We got the year pass, 30 days. Got an NFL pass, and that NFL pass includes the MLB and the WNBA as a little bonus for you. So definitely jump aboard something long term here at Tony Speaks.
That's right. Long term is there. Also, all long term subscriptions will include player props. We're going to start documenting player props. That's in the works. We can document right now. We're documenting nerfies, first halves, as well as team totals. All those are also part of the long-term subscriptions, and also some of those are sold in packages as well. So get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. Let's take a look, see what Sean's got rolling over at Tony's Picks. Sean, the unit leader over at Tony's Picks for the year, 3,760 units of profit. That's based on a $100 unit wager size, and you can verify that right on Sean's handicapper page, which we'll show you here in a second. What you got for sale, Sean?
It's a little MLB today. Go get it. Little money maker on tap for today, and loaded up with college and NFL. I believe. Pull out my little notebook. You know I'm all about my papers.
Oh yeah, we can see it right here.
So
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this scroll right we're doing here.
Is that what I got loaded? Here we go.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, we got. I loaded up some college basketball. I know NFL. There's I think 14 games we got for NFL, so like that 12 games. College, you might have, but I think there's like 8 to 10 maybe. I was going to count, but it's still early.
Still early in the week. Still early in the week there.
Get a weekly pass. It's, I mean, 149. There's 20 games in there already. Do the math. Add a couple baseball in there to boot. Do a 2-for-1 if you want WNBA playoffs or NBA when it comes around. There you go. What am I gonna say? Yeah, you know, we're having it's a nice run. It's been a good run for the last.
Told you, Sean. Told you. Yep, he got it. Been good run here from Sean at Tony's Picks. Get on board long term. Remember, Sean likes to play these NFL college picks early, and you get all of these in your package when you buy a long term subscription. A lot of these plays will not show up on 1 day packages because of line movement. So this is when you want to get on board, right?
And again, people are like, oh, if I can't bet them. That's why I say just get a longer term pass. But I mean, and that's for anybody. I mean, you want a good number. Now you're going to have the argument where it doesn't make a difference. Oh, if it wins, all right. I don't know. If it loses, I'd rather say, you know what? I was smarter than the average bear and had a 3 instead of a 6, or 1 instead of a 3, or something else. You know, but they don't always win because you have the best number, and I don't always win because I just don't always win. But
well, Sean has made.
If you want to be long term, again, I'm a long term kind of guy. I don't look at it as one game. It's a week, it's a month, it's a season, it's a year. It progresses. So
yeah, Sean's put in about 1,200 bets this year. Tell me how out of those 1,200 bets, Sean, how many situations where the getting the best numbers helped you win? You know, that's what you got.
Probably like half of them. It probably comes down to half or more. I mean, honestly. How many half points? You know, I just didn't think of college basketball. Last year I had a great season in college basketball. I was probably catching everything close.
Yeah.
And you don't think about that until you're losing everything close.
Yep. That's the truth there. So it matters when you put that much volume in. You know, when
I'm having a tough season, I'm going over everything like, look at this. Half point loser, 1 point loser, half point loser, 1 point. And it's like, what's going on here? You know, there's seasons I go 40 and like 85 with like half point losers. That's insane. That's a terrible ratio. Just that balances out to a 50-50, and you're having a winning season. You need those. You need that. And again, a lot of times for me, whether even this is for NFL but for college basketball, the night before they don't have money lines up, so I'm laying a -1 instead of a 120 or something, and that hurts on the record things. But I can't. I'm stubborn. I'm not going to wait till the next morning because instead of laying 1, I'll lay the 1 because it's going to be 3 by the time the lines come up the next morning. So, yeah, that's
right. No doubt about that one there.
Everybody's different.
Yep, everyone has their way to do it, but obviously we just can't emphasize how important it is to have multiple accounts and to get the best numbers there. Let's see what El Ninos is rolling over at Tony's Picks here for this Wednesday. El, what you got?
Yeah, speaking of multiple books, yeah, I mean, I remember I used to have one book I like shopping my money lines on, and the other book I like the run lines on for my -1. So yeah, you definitely gotta take and make the most of any book you have. But yeah, back to what I got here. I got my Grand Slam. If you want to check that out, also have a couple extra plays in the MLB today. If you're on the long-term pass, could get there with a 3-pack. Also looking at a few more plays there, so they could be added momentarily or as team plays. And again, your best way to go is always one of those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes, and pair me up with your favorite capper, and make sure you get all those emails, those team plays emailed right to you.
That's right. Yeah, get on board. I'll need us over at Tony's Picks. One-day passes up here, individual plays as well. Best bets and more. As you can see here, the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. Amount purchased is credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Or you may opt for the long-term subscriptions. Our members' plays are in the system by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but we continue to handicap for our customers because we can put them in late. We have the late steam feature is included in all long-term subscriptions. The late plays emailed right to your inbox. We can post plays in between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. Those go right into your inbox. Late steam feature, great feature here on the Tony's Picks Premium when you get the long-term subscription. So get on board here with Nina's over at Tony's Picks. Got a best bet on the board from baseball, another premium in there for my long-term subscribers. We'll see if we make a package. Still looking at some numbers, still looking at some pitching there. But get on board with me over at Tony's Picks. 2-for-1 capper. Match me up with your favorite capper and get signed up. With you here every day here, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony Picks Morning Show, guys. Hit us up with that like. Hit us that subscribe. Greatly appreciate that. You miss the show, head on to our YouTube channel. A lot of great content up there. First off, check the archive. First off, subscribe, and then head to our YouTube channel, and then hit the live tab. Of course, you're going to search Tony's Picks to find us, and then you'll hit the live tab. You'll be able to watch the replay of our live show. Members features here. Get early access to my videos if you want to hit the join button. We got the happy hour. Rod hosts happy hour Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Tune into that one. If you would, hit the video tab. A lot more content in our video tab. We see El Ninos. He's got his dog video up there for you. Alessandro coming with boxing. He's a striker. He's going to be striking here this week. So he's got a boxing video for you from Alessandro. Chris has got his home run prop video. Yeah, I sat and did 20 college football videos already. So we got those up already. I'm going to try and get them done to rest today if I could. Get them out of the way. But you can watch them all in one video here in this 20 pack right here. How do you like that? There. So check them out. I go deep dive still. I still get baseball done. So 15 in baseball, hit the compilation, watch them all or watch them individually. You make the choice there. And of course, for you guys that need that late night action, you got our man Ron Crawford with that KBO action overnight plays. Get a morning rise in your betting account with Ron Crawford there with those late plays there, if you would. All right, guys, with you here Monday through Friday, every day here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Hit that like, hit that subscribe.
North Texas -6, Troy +4. Hurry up.
Hurry up. There you go. There are some of your line. What do you think about the line move in the Georgia game?
I think it's way too over. I know it was 7. It's down to 3. At this point, there's going to be buyback on Georgia here.
How about everybody fading West Virginia here? Pittsburgh from 4 now to 7 on the road. Hit on the road.
I got to look at that one today. That's an interesting one.
Can USC cover the 21 in Purdue? This is a team that can't. It's horrible road favorite.
Yeah, I'm not looking to take USC on the road, but Purdue. I mean, I don't love Purdue. I like that. I like the points, but I'm not. That didn't make my.
That's off your radar.
Yeah,
that one's off the radar. I hear you.
It's just a huge number like that. I mean, I'm gonna bypass it, and then if I like it, maybe I come back to it. But at this rate, I mean, I just told you 2 more games I'm loading up here on the sites.
Can Wisconsin cover? Can their defense help them cover that 21 in Alabama?
I think I'm not looking to play Alabama, so I would lean Wisconsin there. But again, do I want to take? Everybody's going to be down on Alabama, right? Here it comes. Everybody's Alabama's terrible, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden it's Wisconsin. They got their own problems going on with their coach and trying to change the way their whole history is and their play calling. I think he's going back to grind it out, but still,
pound and pound until it stops working. Then to go back to the way they used to do it. That's usually how it happens.
Not interested.
They have not been winning by a big margin with that change with that change. Also, what was the other one here? Yeah, the South Florida Miami game opened 15 now 18 at the South Point.
I'd still like South Florida. I am no thank you, Cristobal. I know they're off a big win, South Florida, but I'm not taking Miami. No way.
Can Ohio State cover that 31.5 against Ohio? Probably the best team in the MAC, we think.
Who they have on deck?
I don't know. I didn't look at the look ahead. I haven't capped these. Although we've got Florida taking some action here. LSU opened 9 down to 7.5 now.
That's fine. I still like LSU at home.
Notre Dame opened 7 now down to 6.5, hosting Texas A&M.
Like the over.
Our man Pavaya, Vanderbilt was getting 5.5. Now they're getting only 4.5. South Carolina at home, 4.5 against Vandy.
I'm in South Carolina. I want to fade Vandy because now after you pull some upsets, everybody's ready for you. Everybody's ready for you now. They're not going to overlook you.
There you go. All right. Anybody have anything to want to add to it? All right. Just looking at some of the line movements here in some of the games. Let's see anything on Thursday. Oh, anything on Friday. Houston opened 4.5, now up to 6 at South Point in this one against Colorado. And Colorado changing quarterbacks, going to that stopcat. He was horrible, right? He came in for Shador last year and looked terrible. So they're changing the quarterback at Colorado.
They're changing. Hold on a second.
They sitting Salter down. Salter's getting benched.
Their big guy from Liberty?
Yeah, the Liberty guy. They're sitting the Liberty.
That's probably why the line moved 3 points in, I guess, huh?
Probably why. Because Staub is no good. I mean, we saw them last year when he came in for Shador. He looked horrible. So, would you like K-State 1.5? Open 1, now up to 1.5. And there, we're seeing a 2 at Chris at Arizona.
I mean, what is that game about? K-State, the way they went to Army. I was talking about this yesterday to a couple guys, or maybe it was Monday, because somebody else brought up. And I went to the box score because Army had the ball for 27 minutes in the second half.
Yeah.
Out of 30 minutes, they had the ball over 27 minutes because they had a kick return or something. They just smashed them for 8 minutes on the ground for 3 drives.
That's what Army
I'm not
does.
looking at that K-State. No way.
Let's see. We got some movement here in Patriots and Dolphins. Dolphins open 3.5, now down to 1 in some places here against the Patriots. Miami -1.
Yeah, that guy, he's done this year. But the value's gone on the Patriots here. I'm not. I mean, maybe you want to put him in a teaser, pull the old little Wong teaser out, pump those guys up, and who push Dallas down to a pick 'em and New England up. Because they look like they totally quit.
The Jags
they look like they quit.
The Bengals open 4. Now we're seeing down to 3 in some places here against Cincinnati, laying 3 against Jacksonville, down a point from 4.
I like the over. That's an over game to me there.
The Ravens open 13 against the Browns, now down to 11.5.
Ravens have Monday night Lions on deck, but they got to be, I think Harbaugh is going to be fired up because he was made fun of all week for being so conservative. So I'm worried about them coming out and chucking all over the place. But I think the Browns have a defense. I think they legitimately can play some D. I don't know about that game. That's 13 to a division rival. We've seen them time and time. I mean, we saw the Ravens blow a 10-point lead to the Raiders here.
Yeah. And
then you just did it again on the road. Not a good look. So yeah, that's a pass for me.
Cowboys open 5, now up to 6 against the Giants.
That makes sense. I mean, 5, it was 3.
That's when they announced Russell Wilson's going to start. They thought Dart was going to get in there.
He'll probably come in second half. I don't think it makes a difference. That offense just looks bad.
Bears at Lions. Lions open 6. Now we're seeing 5 and a hook now with the Lions.
Well, listen, I had the Lions. I took Green Bay in August. So I got the Lions at 4.5. I got Green Bay 1.5 on Thursday. Bears short week Monday night. Both of those guys didn't look good. I'm not running Minnesota's a 5-point favorite over Atlanta. What are we doing here? The guy had a good fourth quarter, which I contribute to the Bears just falling apart. Because they're a bad team. Well, I don't know if Atlanta's a good team, but I'm not running to bet that Sunday night game between two crap quarterbacks. They might be good down the road. One game, I'm not sold on either of those cats. No, thank you.
Niners open 6, but the pretty news that Kittle is on the injured list. He'll be out at least 4 games. It went from 6 down to 4.5. Niners road favorites at New Orleans.
I just have to say take an under. Do you want? I don't want to take the Niners. How easy does that look? And I'm a guy who has a Saints to go winless and have the least amount of points scored in a year. I'm not high on them at all, but I don't want the Niners. I actually took Arizona for next week plus 3.5 against San Francisco.
Broncos open 2, now up to 2.5 on the road against the Colts.
I like the Colts.
Colts there. All right, though. What other one? We talked about the Atlanta game. We have a doubleheader here on Monday night here, and let's see if we have any movement here. We do have movement in the Bucks and Texans. Texans open 1.5, now up to 2.5 at home against the Bucks.
I'm a Texan guy. I like their team. I liked them last week. I'm gonna like them here at home.
Chargers open 3.5. There's been no movement, so the hook is still on the Chargers on the road against the Raiders in the doubleheader game in Monday night.
I like the Raiders.
They've increased the limit in the Commanders-Packers game from 10,000 to 25,000, which tells me there's probably sharps on both sides of this one. Packers open 1.
3.5. So you're
3.5.
gonna have your buyback. You're gonna have your buyback at 3.5 there.
So you're
again. That's like the people don't understand. Like the sharp, like those people have money because they bet early. They do things. They're probably sitting on Green Bay -1 or something like that, 1.5, and now they're getting 3.5. So they're in line for a middle. The average person isn't middling a $50 bet to try to win. They don't have hundreds of dollars to go for a hedge on something like that. So when you say, the sharp, yeah, well, people are going to buy it, but these guys are also betting this line in June.
Yeah.
For a max bet on something. And then they come back now because they have a bankroll, they can bet the other side. Or double up, be like, this is even better. I like these odds even more.
There you go. We got you through some of the line movers here in NFL college football. Anything to say before we close it out here?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get plays in.
Sean's looking to pick off some numbers there, guys. That's how professionals work. They check the lines, check the news, and they look to get the better numbers there. And that's where you want to get.
You hear my phone going off the entire show here. It's like that I'm. You get the alerts, you get the messages from guys you trust. You gotta move.
Yeah, and you see those when you see a big 15,000 limit increase on that Commanders Packers game. The sharps are they're on both sides of that number right now. All right, that's going to do it for the show, guys. We're back tomorrow live here at 9:30 a.m. each time. Hit like and subscribe. We're going to wake up. Bye, guys. Make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.